Welcome to episode 2 of Dynasty Talk with Brayen and Riley. We're going to be bringing you the reactions of Week 10, our favorite performances of Week 10, and our picks for Week 11. First game, Riley, we have Panthers-Bears. What did you think about it?
It was a pretty boring game. Both teams suck.
For a Thursday night football, I think it was very boring. Panthers up 10-3 early, easily choked it. Colts-Patriots at Germany.
It was a pretty boring game once again. It was nice to. It's going to be interesting to see what the Patriots do with their QB situation going forward, though.
I also agree. I mean, just no scoring in Germany, nothing to give the Germany fans. Going forward, they got to figure out who they want at quarterback. I just saw a report that Mac Jones is losing the locker room after that 2-8 start to the season. And we're going to go to the next one. Browns Ravens.
This is probably my favorite game of the week. Pretty high scoring game. Neither team had much defense this game outside of huge turnovers by the Browns at the end of the game, but pretty big win from the Browns.
I think it was a very big win for the Browns. Watson being out may cost him a little. But Ravens, I mean, Lamar had 2 picks. You can't win games when you throw picks and turn the ball over. That's just why Browns won. Packers Steelers.
Not very much to say about this game. Neither team's that great, but the Steelers keep finding ways to win somehow.
I mean, that's exactly how you can sum it up. Steelers find a way to win. 49ers Jaguars.
It was a pretty disappointing game. I thought it'd be close with how good the Jags have been, but 49ers' big bounce back game just blew them out.
I mean, yeah, the 49ers got their weapons back. Simple as that. They're dominate. They'll keep on being Super Bowl contenders. Saints Vikings.
Josh Dobbs is goated.
I also agree Josh Dobbs is goated. Next game, we have Texans Bengals.
Huge upset by the Texans. They're looking pretty good. Well, the offenses anyway. Defense isn't doing too much, and Bengals pretty bad game out of them.
I think C.J. Stroud just him with 2 game-winning drives. It's simple as that. Titans Buccaneers.
Not much to say. Buccaneers, they're okay, and Titans are pretty bad this year. Baker Mayfield just got it done.
Will Levis struggling a little. Buccaneers looking pretty good. Baker will be good for them as long as they stick with him. Lions Chargers.
Lions, Chargers, pretty big shootout. Just shows Lions are able to do it on offense, and we've seen their defense can do it this year too. So 7-2, one of the best teams in the league right now.
I mean, I agree. Lions, one of the best teams. When you have 2 losses and you're 7-2, I mean, you're a great football team. Chargers, I think they need to fire Staley. That's how you solve that problem. Falcons, Cardinals.
Cardinals probably shouldn't have won this game for their franchise anyway. You want that number 1 pick, but Kyler Murray came back. Big win for him. He had a pretty good game.
I think Kyler Murray has to prove himself, and I think he's going to keep on doing this. I think it's a great win for the Cardinals, even though they should probably tank. Giants, Cowboys.
Cowboys blew them out once again. Giants kind of stink this year, and Cowboys' offense is explosive.
When you have Tommy DeVito, you're not winning games. I'll say that many times. Cowboys just dominated. Seahawks, Commanders.
This is a pretty close game. Seahawks, I just think, are the better team, but it was close. It shows that Commanders are a good team led by a good quarterback. Sam Howell has the most yards in the league right now.
I think Sam Howell will be that future quarterback for them. Seahawks, good win for them. Sunday Night Football, Jets, Raiders.
Another boring game. Sucks that a lot of primetime games were boring this week, but nothing too crappy teams going off and just low-scoring game.
Good win for the Raiders, their culture, I think. They need to keep on building off of that. Finally, Monday Night Football, Broncos, Bills.
I was a big fan of this game. I love to see the Bills lose, and I like Russell Wilson. Amazing touchdown catch by Courtland Sutton, which was just great to see.
I think Bills they need to figure out something. I mean, they fired their offense coordinator. Maybe that'll fix it. But Broncos, good win for them. They're getting on a win streak. Now, what was your favorite performance of the week?
It's not one performance, but just the kickers overall. Kickers did amazing this week. I think there was 6 game-winning field goals this week, which is just insane.
I'm going to give mine to a kicker. I'm going to go Jason Myers, Seahawks kicker. You go 5 of 5 kicking field goals. I mean, that's really good. Special teams player of the week, most likely. Game-winning field goal. I think that's perfect for him. We're going to start a new segment here on Dynasty Talk. We're going to bring in a guest picker every single week to pick games. We're going to start with Week 11, and our very first guest is going to be Tristan Pitford. So, Tristan, who do you have for Bengals versus Ravens?
I'm going to go with the Ravens. It's a very close one, but I'm going with the home team. The Ravens just have a very complete team offensively and defensively, so I'm going to stick with them. Their line is just going to destroy the Bengals, and they're going to end up winning in a close one.
I'm going to take the Bengals here. because they've been on fire the past few weeks, and I think they're going to keep that up with a big upset over the Ravens. Give them a good win in their division.
I'm going to take the Ravens. I think Lamar gets a little bit better game. He threw 2 picks last game. I think he'll bounce back here. Ravens win. And Steelers-Browns, next game. Who do you have?
This is another close one in division. Both teams have actually been playing solid based on their defense. Their defense has been carrying. I'm going to go with the Browns just because they're home again, and Steelers won last matchup, so I'm going to go with the Browns this time.
I'm going to go with the Browns. Their defense is just too good, and the Steelers can't really do anything on offense.
I think I'm going to go with an upset here. I'm going to take the Steelers over the Browns. I think the offense will get going enough, and if Deshaun Watson, he's nursing a little bit of ankle injury, P.J. Walker may play, so I'm going to go with the Steelers in that defense. Next matchup, we got Raiders-Dolphins. Tristan?
This one's pretty simple in my opinion. The Raiders suck, so I'm going Dolphins. They're going to absolutely destroy them.
Yeah, I don't think any team led by Aiden O'Connell is going to beat the Dolphins, so I'm going to have to go with Dolphins too.
I'm going Dolphins, but I love the culture that new Raiders head coach, the interim, is building there. But Dolphins all day. Next game, Bears-Lions. Tristan?
Bears-Lions, they might get Fields back for the Bears, but I don't think it really matters. The Lions have been playing so good. Their defense is great. Their offense is great. I think at home they're going to run through the Bears.
The Lions are going to definitely run through this, like Tristan said. Bears are absolutely stinking it up this year. Going to fight for the top 3 pick this year. Hopefully, they might be able to get 2 if the Panthers also do really badly.
I'm going to take the Lions. I mean, you look at the run game. You got Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. Bears, that's going to be tough to stop, even with Justin Fields back. Titans-Jaguars. Who do you got?
This one, I do think the Jaguars are the better team, but I'm going to go with an upset here. I don't really like the Titans, but I'm just going to ride Levis. I think he has a good game against the Jags, and they pull one off in division. And, yeah.
The Jags just came off a huge loss against the Niners, and I don't think they're going to have another loss, especially against the Titans. I see them with a pretty easy victory this week.
I think when you look at past games, Derrick Henry's really dominated the Jacksonville Jaguars in the past games, but I think they stop him this time. I mean, Trevor Lawrence got to have a bounce-back game. I'm going to go with the Jags. Chargers and Packers. Tristan?
I'm going to go Chargers here. The Packers just aren't very good. I don't trust Jordan Love at all. I don't really trust Brandon Staley either, but I think Herbert can get through that and just ride on Herbert, and he'll carry the win.
I'm going to say the Packers here. I think Jordan Love will start playing a lot better, and he'll get his receivers involved more like Christian Watson, who we know can do great things, just hasn't gotten involved much this year.
I'm going to go with Chargers. I think that offense, obviously with Herbert, all the weapons they have, they'll be perfectly fine. I think Jordan Love will probably struggle a little, so I think Chargers win that one. Cardinals-Texans.
You know, the Cardinals are supposed to tank, but I think with Kyler back, they kind of got a little momentum here. I think they're going to upset the Texans. The Texans are coming off 2 great wins. I think they fall short here in a very close one. The Ravens come out on top.
I think the
Cardinals instead of Ravens.
I think the Texans definitely win this one. I think their offense is just too much for the Cardinals' defense to stop. Might be another shootout like we've seen from Texans since their defense isn't that great.
I'm going to go with Tristan here. I'm going to take the upset with the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray gets some of that rust off from last week. I think he'll have a great game and just prove what type of quarterback he is. Prove that he is that franchise type of quarterback. Cowboys-Panthers.
I mean, come on. It's the Cowboys. Cowboys-Panthers. Panthers are just terrible. Cowboys are good. It's that simple. I mean, the Panthers are probably due for a win here just because they have so many losses, but it's not going to be this time.
Yeah, I definitely think Cowboys are going to sweep over the Panthers pretty easily.
I'm going to just keep it simple. I got Cowboys. I mean, it's going to be a blowout. Next game, we have Giants-Commanders.
Giants have just been falling apart. Tommy DeVito, bro. What? They're not going to win against the Commanders. The Commanders, I don't think are that great either, but Hal's been playing pretty good, so I'm going to trust with the Commanders in this one.
Yeah, the Giants can only get so far with Saquon Barkley and Tommy DeVito. I think Sam Howell's top 10 QB in the league currently, and I think he'll be able to get an easy win over the Giants.
I'm also going to take the Commanders. I think Howell is a franchise quarterback. Giants, you're going to struggle with Tommy DeVito as a quarterback. Simple. 49ers, Buccaneers.
The Bucks have been playing a lot better than people thought this year, so I do like them. But the Niners are just too good overall. They got one of the best rosters in the whole league. Every position group is insane, so they're gonna absolutely destroy them at home.
This is my upset of the week. Bucks over the Niners. You know, the Niners have a second year QB. He's kind of a bum when it comes down to it. He just has all pros all around him. Whereas Baker Mayfield, he's a veteran QB in this league nowadays, and he's gonna be able to pull off the upset with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
I love Baker and everything and the defense, but I think 49ers are just way too much. They have too many weapons on offense, especially with everyone getting back and healthy. I think Purdy has so many weapons to throw to. I'm going to take 49ers. Jets, Bills.
I mean, the Bills can't lose again, right? They're getting to the point they got to start winning some games, and they're going to beyond Josh Allen. He can't be this much turnover prone. He's got to turn it around, and I believe in him. The offense is going to put up a lot of points on the Jets, even with their good defense, and I think they win.
At this point, the Bills are just in trying to get a wild card spot at this point. They're probably not going to be able to overtake the Dolphins, and this is a crucial win if they're going to want to make it to the playoffs. So I'm taking the Bills.
I think Bills going to get right game. Jets going to struggle with Zach Wilson, obviously, and just Bills dominate. Next game, Seahawks versus Rams.
I thought about picking the Rams here, but I'm going to stick with the Seahawks. The Rams, even if Stafford comes back here, he might be a little rusty coming off an injury. And I just like Seahawks. I like Geno. I still think he's an elite passer. And I think their offense can definitely win it against the Rams.
Yeah, I think even with Stafford back, the Rams aren't really going to have a chance here. That defense is just so bad now. Pretty much all they have is Aaron Donald. So I think the Seahawks are going to be able to blow over them pretty easy.
I'm going to take another upset here. I'm going to go with the Rams. I think they get back. When you get Stafford back as a QB instead of Brett Ripken, I think it's a huge upgrade. All types of weapons for the Rams. I think that offense keeps up with the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm going to take the Rams. Sunday Night Football, we got Vikings-Broncos.
Josh Dobbs is him. I'm riding with Josh Dobbs. I like the way he's playing. He might get Jay Jettis back. I just don't like the Broncos at all. I think they're overrated. Their defense gave up 70, so they're not going to win.
This, to me, is probably the closest game this week. Both teams are just all right, in my opinion, with the Broncos coming off 3 straight wins against the Chiefs, or one of them, and the Bills, 2 big wins. But I think Josh Dobbs is going to be able to get it done in the upset over Russell Wilson.
I'm also going to take the Vikings. I think Josh Dobbs gets Jefferson hopefully back. That'll help him a lot, more weapons to throw to. Broncos, I think they'll go back downhill, and they'll lose this one to the Vikings. And then finally, Monday Night Football, Eagles-Chiefs. What a game for Monday Night Football.
Super Bowl rematch. It's going to be a crazy game. I'm excited for this. I'm a Chiefs fan, so I got to ride with the Chiefs, but the Eagles are a great team all around. Howie Roseman's done a great job with that team, but I think you got to roll with Mahomes. He'll do something at the end, some crazy pass. He'll win it for the Chiefs.
So I'm also a Chiefs fan, but unlike him, I know this is going to be an absolute blowout. Chiefs are blowing them out of the water. I hear Taylor Swift's supposed to be there this week. They're undefeated with Taylor Swift in attendance. They're going to keep that streak up, and the Eagles are bums, to be quite honest. Bunch of close wins. They can't beat good teams by a lot. It just shows how bad they are.
I'm going to take the Eagles here. You guys may be mad at me, but I feel like they get revenge back on the Chiefs after that Super Bowl loss. And before we go, last week we did our picks, and Riley was 11 of 14. I was 9 of 14. And we had someone off camera do a guest picker just to get picks in. He was also 9 of 14. So we want to thank Tristan for being here and doing picks with us. And that's going to be it for Dynasty Talk. Thank you. See you.